Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jonathan Coates, and in today's free AI training, I'm going to be going over briefly a platform called Dify.ai, which is a platform that allows you sort of like an all-in-one place. It's open source that allows you to basically create AI apps. So you can build generative AI apps with their open source stack, and you get a web UI like so. Now I got the GitHub up, and it's completely open source. There is a discussion board as well as a Discord that I'm going to be sharing with you, but I'm just going to be going over it, what it's capable of, what it can do for you, and then how we can go ahead and get started. So number one, let's talk about some of the features. So over here on the GitHub, they break it down a little further. Let's go into some of their main features now. Keep in mind, you can actually clone the repository and set it up locally. Dify is an open source LLM app development platform. The Dify's intuitive interface combines AI workflow, RAG pipeline, agent capabilities, model management of features, and more, letting you quickly go from prototype to production. So it's an open source LLM app development platform. Its intuitive interface combines AI workflow, as I was saying earlier, model management, agent capabilities. So here's some of the features. You got the workflow. Build and test powerful AI workflows on a visual canvas, leveraging all the following features and beyond. So there is a video that's here. It doesn't seem to be working. I'll try to see exactly what's happening with that. And then number two, comprehensive model support. So you can seamlessly integrate with hundreds of proprietary open source LLMs from dozens of inferences providers and self-hosted solutions covering GPT, Mistral, Llama 3, and any OpenAI API compatible models. A full list of supported models can actually provide it right here. So I'll try to have this in the description as well. As you can see from this image right here, they pretty much cover everything. So on the left hand side here, you got, which you know, all those LLMs that are in Hugging Face, Exorbit Inference. I've never heard of these, but these are all the different models that it's compatible with. And then it has a chart, which so it lets you know if they have, you can do text embedding, you can re-rank, there's speech to text. So it combines the concepts of backend as a service and LLM ops to enable developers to quickly build production-grade generative AI applications. Even non-technical personnel can participate in the definition and data operations of AI applications. By integrating the key technology stacks that's required for building LLM applications, including support for hundreds of models, an intuitive prompt orchestration interface, high-quality RAG engines, and a flexible agent framework, while providing a set of easy-to-use interfaces and APIs, Dify saves developers a lot of time of reinventing the wheel, allowing them to focus on innovation and business needs. So here's why you should use Dify. You can think of libraries like LangChain as toolboxes with hammers, nails, etc. In comparison, Dify provides a more production-ready, complete solution. So think of Dify as a scaffolding system with refined engineering design and software testing. Importantly, Dify is open source, co-created by a professional full-time team and community. You can self-deploy capabilities similar to assistant APIs and GPTs based on any model, maintaining full control over your data with flexible security, all on an easy-to-use interface. So what can it do for you? Startups quickly turn your AI ideas into reality, accelerating both success and failure. In the real world, dozens of teams have already built MVPs to get funding or win customers' orders through Dify. Integrate LLMs into existing businesses. You can enhance the capabilities of current apps by introducing LLMs. Access Dify's RESTful APIs to decouple prompts from business logic. Use Dify's management interface to track data, costs, and usage while continuously improving performance. Enterprise LLM infrastructure. So some banks and internet companies are deploying Dify as an internal LLM gateway, accelerating the adoption of Gen AI technologies while enabling centralized governance. And then you can explore the LLM capabilities. Even as a tech enthusiast, you can easily practice prompt engineering and agent technologies through Dify. Over 60,000 developers have built their first app on Dify even before GPTs came out. So I showed you the list of providers, and I want to get into some of the specifications and features again. So I talked about the commercial models that are supported, LLM inference engines, fast vendor supported, got Hugging Face, Replicate, AWS Bedrock, NVIDIA, Grok Cloud, Together.ai, local modest inference, runtime supported, Exorbit, OpenLLM, Local AI, Chat, GLM, multimodal capabilities, built-in app types such as text generation, chatbot, agent, workflow, chat flow, and prompt as a service orchestration. So let's get back to the GitHub page. So if you compare it to LangChain, you see that it covers all of these bases, especially when you're looking at it compared to OpenAI Assistant API. So RAG engine check, agent check, workflow check, observability check, enterprise features, and local deployment. So as I was saying earlier, you can go ahead and deploy it locally, and you can host it on the cloud, which is a service for anyone to try with zero setup. It provides all the capabilities of the self-deploy version and includes 200 free GPT-4 calls in the sandbox plan. So if you actually start on there, if you go to the pricing and you actually start, you can get a 7-day free trial with 200 times the GPT free trial. Enterprise LLMO ops platform, you can integrate with your enterprise systems. As you can see here, continuously optimize your generative AI apps by monitoring reasoning, logging, annotating data, and fine-tuning. End-to-end AI workflows, flexibly orchestrate AI processes, integrate with existing systems, and monitor runtime for reliable business deployment. And this has the whole workflow type set up on the visualizer page here. After running, you can access the Dify dashboard in your browser at HTTP localhost install. So let me click on this real quick and start the initialization process. If you need to customize the configuration, please refer to the comments in their .example file and update the corresponding values in your self-hosting Dify community edition. You can quickly get it running in your environment, and they do have a starter guide and use their documentation for further references. So here's their starting guide, like a quick start. They basically just take you to the bottom of the GitHub page here, but this is how you get started. As you can see, this section is really short, so it's really easy to get started. Either that or you can do it on the cloud. And then they have a general area here where, like a community, a discussion board with threads where people post issues. So if you have any problems or any questions at all, I'll be sure to leave this in the description, but I definitely recommend that you use this. I'm still learning myself, so I'm going to have to try to get my feet wet and really, get my fingers and dig my fingers into this thing and try to use it for different use cases. But this is very, very fascinating, and I briefly mentioned it in a previous video, so I definitely wanted to share this with you. In there, and I also have their issues thread right here. This is basically, and then they got discussions. So be sure to check this out. As you can see, it's an enormous benefit to business owners, content creators, and even just regular people. They got like a little welcome area, as all Discord channels do, and then basically you have a discussion thread where if you have any questions, you can basically just pose your questions in here. You can introduce yourself. There's like an entire community around this. So let's take a look at the general tab here, see what they're talking about. So some of the feature requests are pretty interesting. Chat bot for guest houses. Need someone to create me a chat bot. Nothing complicated for a guest house. It has to be linked with the calendar so it can offer the free dates. Calendar schedule via agent, event component, a component that can both work as a connected part of the flow, i.e. a ticker, timer that acts as time delay, run and continue flow in seconds, runs independently to kick off a flow. So if you have any feature requests, you can basically put it in here and they'll go through this and they'll address it if it's something they can do. Blocking mode implementation and chat agents, support upstage layout analysis for unstructured data parsing, use file as an input to tool, Stripe integration tool. That sounds really interesting. Knowledge graph and metadata. So this is feature request from the community, and then if you have any issues, either you can go to the Discord here or go over here if you have any problems down the line. But I do recommend that you check out this one right here. It's basically like the README, if you will. On the left hand side here, they have all the information that you'll need to get started, up and running, and any additional tools and guides and whatnot, how to configure first-party tools. So they walk you through that. As you can see, you can configure Bing, Google, DuckDuckGo, DALL-E. They currently support Google Search, Wikipedia, DALL-E Drawing, web scraping, Wolfram Alpha, chart generation, current time, Yahoo Finance, Stable Diffusion, Vectorize, and YouTube, where you can retrieve statistics of YouTube channel videos. You can create custom tools. So there's a whole how-to in here. This video is just basically meant to be an overview. I wanted to go over this with you so that you are aware you can use this for your own purposes, especially because you can create your own AI apps and you can use AI agents in your workflow. So and plus it's open source. So I'm a real big fan of open source AI platforms. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like content like this, then I highly recommend that you check out my website, jonathancoach.com. Subscribe to the channel. I talk about everything when it comes to generating traffic and increasing sales to your business. Be sure to take a look at the playlist. Right in the description, you'll see an AI checklist for content creators. It'll help you to boost your efficiency and your creativity All you gotta do is just put your name and your email address in. It's completely free. It'll get sent right to your inbox. And take a look at the tools in the resource below. I have everything that I included in this video, as well as the artificial intelligence and automation playlist. I'm almost about 65 videos now. So with that said, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. See you then.